Ever wondered why the world looks the way it does today? How did modern countries come to be, and why are the borders drawn the way they are? From ancient empires to colonialism and even wars and treaties, the story of our borders is filled with power struggles, alliances, and dramatic shifts. Let's dive into the fascinating origins of modern countries and how the lines on the map came to be. Thousands of years ago, there were no countries as we know them. Instead, there were empires and kingdoms. Ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, and the Roman Empire set the foundation for what would become modern nations. Borders were often drawn by the extent of military power or cultural influence, but they weren't static. They constantly shifted due to wars, marriages, and treaties. Take the Roman Empire, for example. It spanned 3 continents at its height, but when it fell, the vast territories split into numerous smaller kingdoms. As the Roman Empire collapsed, Europe entered the Middle Ages, and the idea of nations began to form. In places like England and France, borders were drawn by the strength of royal families and their ability to fight off invaders or settle disputes. You didn't have national borders, you had a kingdom. The French Revolution followed in 1789, which shifted the balance of power in Europe and inspired other nations to rise up. As former colonies in the Americas and Africa gained independence, new borders were drawn, often based on colonial lines or newly agreed-upon treaties. But not every border was peaceful. The Indian-Pakistani partition in 1947, for instance, was a painful split that led to years of conflict and millions of refugees. In today's world, borders are still shaped by historical events, but they're also influenced by globalization, trade agreements, and cultural identities. Many borders are still disputed, such as the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the ongoing disputes over places like Kashmir and the South China Sea. While countries might seem stable on a map, in reality they're always changing. Some borders evolve peacefully, while others are drawn through negotiation or war.